Hey, what's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with episode 35, take 2, and we're recording this on Monday, April 15th, 2019. I'm Doug, and joining me, as always, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm sick.
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a PSA, like we always do, please like, subscribe, download us, leave feedback and questions at SojuTalkPodcast@gmail.com, YouTube, Reddit, wherever you are following us. But all right, let's start this at the top. We got to apologize to SojuTalk Nation.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Wait, hold on. SojuTalk Nation.
I don't know. We don't have a fan club name yet. Maybe it's Drinking Buddies, something like that. But we gotta apologize to all of y'all. So this is the short version of what happened. So I went up to Michigan this past week to visit Warren and Anita. I do this at least once a year. It was lit. We had fun.
Yes.
Great time.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
We recorded the podcast in person, which was the first time we had ever done that. And of course, there were technical problems with that, but we didn't really know there were technical problems until the editing phase after I had gone home. So, long story short, we had multiple mics, and then there was a bit of an echo on the recording, and we don't want to give you some grade B content, so we decided not to publish, but we will cover everything that was supposed to be on last week's podcast this week. So, we did not lose. We lost a week technically, but we will still be covering everything. But I would just like to apologize. 내가 잘못했어.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right, that was me pretending I was in a drama. But let's move on to the actual podcast now. So we have two big releases now, like two humongous ones. So back on April 5th, 2 Fridays ago, we had Blackpink with Kill This Love, and then the past Friday, April 12th, we had BTS with Boy With Love. Let's start with Blackpink Kill This Love. We have a 2-week retrospect period on this technically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, I was hella lukewarm on this song. Now I think this song is fire with a bit of a caveat though.
Oh, wait, what's the caveat?
The caveat is I'm still disappointed that there's no breakdown speed up thing at the end.
Yeah, I agree.
But other than that, I'm down for this song. Yo.
Okay. I mean, honestly, okay, my opinions haven't changed that much, in all honesty, to be honest. I said honest like 5 times.
Like 5 times, bro.
Yeah. But like, here's the thing. I still feel like it's a good song. Like, I don't think it's absolute garbage trash out here. Like, it's good. But like, at the same time, like, I don't want to hear this from Blackpink.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, I agree. Like, I like the song now. I think it's a good song. Fire.
Yeah.
But it's the same fire that I've been hyped up about the last, like, 2 Blackpink comebacks.
Yeah.
That's what gets me concerned. Like, individually...
Honestly, I felt like it was like... Duru Duru Part 2, you know? Like,
yeah, like, individually, if Duru Duru wasn't a thing, or the previous songs were a thing, I'd be like, this is a good song, right? I'd be like, maybe the end's a little funky. But my issue lies in the fact that I'm getting hyped for the same type of song over and over again. I would call it, like, the main dilemma that Momoland's having as well, but it's completely different because Blackpink's just popular in general, right? So it's a little bit different. But in terms of the news regarding this song, so it became, shortly after its release, the #1 song on iTunes USA. That's pretty cool, right? It was the first ever Asian girl group to do that, and the second girl group overall after Destiny's Child, which is bananas to think about.
damn.
Dang.
Also, at the time, because this is not anymore because of BTS, but Kill This Love broke the global record for the most music video views on YouTube within 24 hours. It had 56.6 million views in the first 24, beating out Ariana Grande's Thank You Next, which had 55 million.
Wow. Okay. So
Lastly,
Blackpink is beating Ariana Grande.
they're beating Ariana Grande. Lastly,
Holy
it
shit.
broke the record for fastest YouTube video to reach 100 million views at 62 hours.
Oh my god.
So overall, commercially, super successful song. Also, this past week they performed at Coachella, which I think is pretty big in general for the K-pop world.
Yeah.
I saw some of the performances / pictures. They looked fantastic, of course, as they did in the music video. So let's review the song a little because I know we did it last week, but I think our overwhelming opinion was that this was good. We felt that the ending was a little bit abrupt.
Yeah.
And then I think overall we kind of felt like Teddy, who's been producing their music, is kind of been pigeonholing their sound into one sound. Yeah. And we would just like to see them do something different going forward. But
here's what I think, right? Like I've been kind of thinking about this. Like, if this isn't what I want to see from Blackpink, what do I want to see? Because like from Momoland, I feel like they've kind of pigeonholed themselves to the point with like this one concept they can't do anything else completely.
I agree with that.
Yeah, with Blackpink though, they have a whole like
Potential.
they have so much potential. Remember Whistle? Like that was a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God. Yes.
remember? Yeah. They're riding on the hip hop kind of wave. Like they have like, like I'm gonna bring up Ariana Grande again because I've been listening to Ariana Grande a lot. But
Hey.
if you listen to like Seven Rings, like it's a chill kind of trap, like they could do stuff like that. They have so much potential with their kind of voice tone.
I think though, if we're gonna compare them to Ariana Grande, the one thing is that Ariana Grande changes up her sound like every 6 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like she was doing Side to Side within like 2 years ago, and now we got like Thank You Next, completely different songs, but both bangers. I do like Kill This Love now. I think it's good. My last week my complaint was that I couldn't get down to this, but now it gets me kind of hype, low key.
It's low key hella catchy.
It's so catchy. And then as I said, the visuals are crazy. What else? Rosé's my bias now in this group. That was another thing from last week.
Excuse me. There's Lisa in the group. You kidding me?
Okay, so
get out of here.
I know you were talking about they
Everyone's
can be doing hip hop and stuff. I had an idea when I was watching the video earlier today before the podcast. Yeah? I was thinking instead of doing all the solo things that I think are still going to happen, right? So we know Jennie had a solo, and then they said it was going to be Lisa, Rosé, Jisoo all having their own solos. How about we do rap unit and singing unit get their own songs?
That's not a bad idea.
Or we pair up each of the rappers with one of the singers. Do something like that.
Yeah.
That could be cool too. I just think that like, because from their songs in general, there's clearly a rap line and a singing line. I don't think in any group it's ever been this apparent. Like
a little too apparent.
It's like this song, it was rap singer. It was rap singer was the formula. Yes. This one.
Yep.
And they kept that throughout. And if they're gonna do such a hard like break between the styles, maybe they should do something like that, like actual different songs for the two units. I don't know. Maybe that's food for thought going forward. But yeah, so we were kind of lukewarm on this. I've definitely improved my view of this, and I'm getting down to this now. All right, let's move on to the big one for this past week though. BTS's "Boy with Love" featuring Halsey.
Good.
Wow.
Good.
This is my favorite BTS song of the last like 2-3 releases.
Oh shit, same.
Ooh.
Like
I think I might agree with that too.
Initially, when I saw the trailers, I was like, "Ooh, Halsey, this could be funky, right?" and then I was thinking like, "All right, but they did Idol, they did DNA, and they did Mic Drop, were kind of their last 3 like releases, I believe." And those were all kind of like hard songs, like hardcore songs. To come out with "Boy with Love," which is what I consider this is like peak what male K-pop bubblegum style has become, is pretty much this now, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they went this route, but it really worked. Like I was like, "Ooh, this is great." The dancing, the sets, it looked like a movie set instead of like a music video.
Yo, the set looks hella expensive. Like
I think the sofa is gonna become iconic. It's like their Friends moment.
I personally, I think I really liked, from the video itself, like the colors, it seemed really bright. I think it's perfect for the time, like the weather, switching into spring, summer. But I think, okay, so when they were teasing this comeback, they were referencing like beginnings, the Boy in Love album, like the song. So I don't know. I guess I thought it was gonna be like that, like maybe harder, a little bit more intense. But now that, like in retrospect, I feel like this was the best choice. I think they need to show something else to the Western audience.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like the song itself is really catchy. And I saw the SNL performance, and I don't know. I feel like it's a step up in their public image, I would say.
Yep. So I was gonna mention they performed on SNL last Saturday, and they performed "Boy with Love," then obviously the new song, and then they performed "Mic Drop." So 2 completely different styles, which is I think that was a smart decision. Also, "Mic Drop" has a more English lyrics than a lot of their other songs as well, because that was with Steve Aoki back in the day, I believe.
Designer.
there was a designer thing too. Yeah. My one criticism of this song, not a big one though. It was like, Halsey, where you at, girl?
Oh my god, dude, I was about
That's
to say that.
true.
Because she's an amazing artist. Like, I don't listen to that much, I'm going to call it American music these days. I'm pretty deep into the K-pop world. But Halsey's one of the few artists I know a lot. Like, because I think Without Me is like an all-time great song. But she just re-sang the chorus with them a little. I was like, you guys didn't give her like 20 seconds in here to sing her stuff?
Interesting.
See, here's the thing, right?
feature.
I don't know who Halsey is. Last week, y'all mentioned Halsey. I thought you guys were saying healthy. I have no idea what but
she's good.
I mean, she seems like a great singer. Like, I can tell right off the bat when I watch this song. Oh, she seems like she's a good singer. Then all I'm hearing is the same chorus and the same octave with like BTS. I'm like,
She sounded, in the little bit she sang though, I was like, man, I wish she had sang more, because she sounded really good. Her voice sounded perfect on this song. Also, her bias in BTS is RM. That's just a fact that I know.
Okay.
Why does she have
Yeah.
openly
But
biased?
what other interesting fact about Halsey? She's from Edison, New Jersey, which is it's funny because that's where a lot of Koreans are, but that's about, I would say, a 7-minute drive from my house. So
Wow.
yeah, so that's another factoid about Halsey. But here's some of the news that came out after the song. So first thing, one of the largest streaming services, Melon, crashed following the release of the new album. So that happened.
Wow.
And then BTS broke Blackpink's record for the most views within 24 hours. They had 78 million views in the first 24. That's ridiculous considering Blackpink just broke Ariana Grande's record with 56 million. So they added like another 20.
Dang.
Oh, great.
And YouTube officially confirmed this, saying that they're still running the numbers, but they definitely broke the record. That's what they said.
What? Dang.
Also, their album is the fastest selling album on Hanteo chart history. So, according to Hanteo, the new album sold over 1.38 million copies in just 3 hours. Album sales neared 1.5 million around the 6-hour mark. So this makes Map the Soul Persona the fastest selling album in the chart's history. The chart was established first in 1993, and the all-time best-selling album, so that's not just for like the first 24, just all-time, is Kim Gunmo's Wrongful Encounter, which sold 3.3 million copies.
Hey.
But considering we're in the digital age, for them to sell 1.5 million in the first 6 hours is absolutely ridiculous. Like,
for the young listeners out there, like back when Kim Gunmo was around, like the only way to listen to the song when it's not on the radio or TV is like to buy the album.
yeah, that was back in
People
1995, so 24 years ago. Lastly, kind of expected, but BTS snagged the perfect all kill with the song, so they won. They were number one on every single chart. So honestly, though, sometimes I was like, yo, like I'm admittedly not the biggest BTS fan. Like, that doesn't mean I don't like them. It's just that I'm not deep into their fandom. But with this song, they proved to me that, well, obviously they proved to us time and time again that they're worthy of the crown of like the kings of K-pop right now.
Right.
But this song, because they switched the style so much, I just have to applaud them that they were able to pull this off.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they could have just gone comfortable and just done another like rap electronica type song, but they chose to go like K-pop male bubblegum, and it works. So shout out to their company, shout out to them. They looked awesome. And
I want to give a like quick spotlight back to like what you said about Melon crashing, because like our listeners might not understand what that means. Like Melon crashing is like the equivalent of like Spotify crashing or like iTunes crashing. That's like something like it's crazy.
Yeah, because that's the primary way that Koreans stream music in Korea. So for that to crash, that's a big event in itself. That's like the stock market like disappearing for a couple minutes, right? It's like what's going on?
That's not true.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit of an exaggeration. My bad.
That was a bit of an exaggeration,
but overall, I'm surprised that all of us like this song. So let's move on to our show winners now. We got 2 weeks of show winners. I'm not gonna say each one individually, but Momoland in the first week, Momoland won 2 awards. Stray Kids won their first ever win for Mirror, so shout out to Stray Kids. Also, Park Ji-hoon won his first ever win with LOVE on Music Bank. We had Taeyeon win 2 awards. for 4 seasons as well. So that was week 1. Week 2, yo, IZ*ONE.
Oh, boy.
IZ*ONE.
You called it.
We won 4 awards, including Music Bank, which was our first big one. So
Oh, wow.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy. I initially predicted 4 because Lavi and Rose got 3. Now I'm projecting us to get 6 because I'm hoping we can repeat 2 of those next week.
Mhm.
We'll see what happens. And then the
Blackpink,
other
bro.
big winner of the week was Chen, who won 2 awards for Beautiful Goodbye. So
Oh,
shout out to
yeah.
Chen because
Nice.
I like that's a low-key really good song. And
Yeah.
I was afraid it was going to get lost in the shuffle of all the ballads that have been coming out lately. Little bit surprising to me. We'll have to see if Kill This Love wins anything. If it doesn't, that's really weird because we know BTS is going to win stuff. The other issue is that Twice is coming back next week.
Oh my god.
Oh, right. That's true.
And Bolpaigan Sachugi didn't win anything this week. So we got a lot of like interesting stuff going on.
Dang.
I mean, the Porpang Satsungi hype is not as big as what it used to be, so.
But there's a lot of like big hitters out there. But I think a lot of the times big groups not winning awards it comes down to the fact that they don't promote on certain shows. Like Blackpink, I think only had live performances on Inkigayo before they came to the US for their Coachella and their other stuff. So that being said, I would say sometimes the amount of awards a song wins does not actually equal the amount of success a song is having.
Mm-hmm.
So just some food for thought. But let's move on to now what we're currently listening to. All right, I'm still just listening to IZ*ONE's Violetta and the Heart Is album in general. Yeah, and that album broke a new record. So they sold 132,000 copies in the first week, breaking Twice's previous record for the most girl group. So they broke the record for a girl group having the most sales within the first week. So shout out to IZ*ONE. That's a little bit unexpected considering the other girl groups that are around, but good for them. Other than that, I've pretty much just been listening to Blackpink Kill This Love. In all honesty.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Like I sometimes just bring it up on Spotify and put it on repeat and listen to it for like an hour straight while I'm doing something. But that's all I've been listening to. Warren, what have you been jamming out to?
So I've been listening to. It's kind of surprising, I'll be honest, but I've been listening to a lot of Dala Dala. I don't know why. No clue why. Just I can't explain. I just listen to it over and over again. I don't know why. It's just on this one song loop.
Really? Do you have a bias, bro?
No, not really. I mean, I've been listening to the song, not like, like.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Hwang Ye-ji? Have you heard of him?
Oh my God, stop. You have like a Lord and Savior in every group, but I mean, I don't know why, but like I've been listening to that song a lot, so that's that. And then this is like an old K-pop song, right? This is like 1981, 1980, something like that. There's a band out there called 샤프. They're not active anymore, obviously. And they had a song called 연극이 끝난 뒤. It means once the play is over, once the play has ended, that kind of that kind of translation. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, after the play is over.
Yeah, after the play's over. I don't know what the official English translation is. I doubt they actually have one, but if you have the chance, go listen to it on YouTube. And it's like a generally kind of upbeat kind of rock song. Like rock and roll kind of thing, right?
It's kind of melancholy though.
It's a little melancholy.
I think the lyrics.
The lyrics are about like how like once the play is over and you look at the empty stage, like it's all over and you look back and you reminisce.
Bro, this is your go-to feels song, I think. I'm pretty sure you said this like 6 months ago. The same song, I believe.
No. I like listen to this song like every year this time of the year.
Oh man, bro.
Cause like school, and like school and like like our club does like a concert and it's over and like I'm sitting there. Like,
I feel you.
So I've been listening to that a lot, but I mean, it's like a classic K-pop song. Like it's like the type of song my mom jams out to, like. So go check it out.
Anita, what have you been listening to? I see your first one. Kind of hyped for that.
Yes. So I'm still listening to IZ*ONE's Happy Goodbye. So this was the last track on the new album, and I don't know. I really enjoyed this song because it's so it's so like bubbly and
It's so
sparkly.
J-poppy. Like,
It
okay.
is.
So background information. This is in Japanese. This is Gokigen Sayonara, I think is the name of the song. It's from the Japanese release where they broke the group up into units. So it's 6 kids from IZ*ONE. But I think on the Korean version it's all 12 because I saw a line distribution video. It's like if J-pop came into K-pop, which is pretty much what it is. But it's such a good song. Like you cannot smile while smile while listening to that song because it is so upbeat and happy.
I'm gonna go listen to it. J-pop.
You should.
All right, what else, Anita?
Yeah, so I guess kind of staying with that kind of vibe, very happy vibe. I listened to a remix I heard on YouTube between NCT Dreams, We Young, and Red Velvet's Russian Roulette.
How can that be bad?
So they use what was that?
How could that be bad, right?
Exactly. No, it's really good. I think for me, I wasn't really into We Young from NCT Dream. I heard it, but I wasn't really into it. But this mix, I don't know, it sounds so nice. And for the mix, they use the instrumental of Russian Roulette, and on top of it, it's the lyrics, the verses for We Young, and it works really, really well. I prefer it like this as combined. So I would definitely check it out on YouTube. And then lastly, I've been listening to more recently GOT7's Magnetic. So this song is kind of old. It was from their first full-length album. I don't remember the year that it came out, but it was like 2015. It was a while ago. And I really loved
2014.
What was that?
This is a 5-year-old song, Anita. This is 2014.
Oh, 2014. Yeah, it's a while ago, a really long time ago. But I really love the album. I think I like almost every song on the album. But I listened to this one in particular, I think on the way while I was driving back to school, and I don't know, it's so happy. I think that's the theme for this week. Just very happy songs, very uplifting. So if you're looking for something like that, I would check these out.
Awesome. All right, so I got some breaking news. So this was posted within the last hour. So Blackpink Kill This Love debuts at 41 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the highest charted K-pop girl group song of all time.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Wow!
Dang.
Shout out to them.
They're gonna do fine. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're doing fine. YG's gonna probably do okay.
Yeah. So you know how like we were making the jokes. It's like let's kill this love and save our company. But like, it was one of those situations where I know YG, their company might have done some ethically terrible things. We know some of their artists have done ethically terrible things, but they're kind of too big to fail at this point. So it's just the train's just gonna keep moving. I was thinking like we've been talking about these individual songs. So this is nothing to do with what we're talking about, but my favorite songs of 2019. So far, I'm just gonna list my favorite ones.
It's only been April,
I know it's only April. I have 4 songs that I think are the best ones. I'm gonna say BTS's Boy with Love is now in my top 4. I'm going to say Stray Kids Mirror. I really like that song. 17's Home and IZ*ONE Violetta are my 4 favorite songs of the year so far.
Wow.
Do you got any additional ones?
Okay, well for me, I'm still listening to Very Very's Ring Ring Ring. That came out back in January. I still really like that song.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask Warren because I know he
uneducated kid.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, but let's move on to the news and events from the last 2 weeks actually. So first major category is called BTS World Domination. I know we always have something like this, but they killing it. So this is regarding the Billboard Music Awards. So BTS is the first K-pop group to be nominated for top duo/group. That's pretty big because previously they had only been nominated for top social artist, which is more like a thanks for coming award, right? Like I don't know. Let's just say that. So they're nominated for top duo/group along with Imagine Dragons, Maroon 5, Panic at the Disco, and Dan and Shay, which are all kind of gigantic groups. So that's good company to be in.
Oh my god.
In terms of that other award, top social artist, which they have won in 2017 and 18, other people nominated include EXO and GOT7. So K-pop is showing strong.
Nice.
Wow.
I don't know if that means GOT7 or EXO are going to be at the award ceremony itself, but I believe that BTS will be there. Lastly, BTS was named the second best-selling artist in the world in 2018. They came in second only after Drake. So think about that. So that means they're bigger than, they sold more than Ariana Grande. They sold more than Ed Sheeran. Sold more than Maroon 5.
Than everybody else.
Yeah. That's
Post Malone, Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Eminem. Even
big names.
Queen in their resurgence last year. Lady Gaga, who was in that movie, right? That's nuts.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And in terms of best-selling albums, right? The Greatest Showman, which was a movie, had their soundtrack was the best-selling. And then the second two albums were BTS's Love Yourself, Answer, and BTS Love Yourself, Tear.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So they're the second and third best-selling albums in the world.
Damn.
Dang.
I'm lost for words.
Yeah. The last thing is that the world music market itself, they had the highest year since 2006 as well. So the music industry is super strong last year, and for BTS to be in second place, that's some I'll take that any day of the week.
What doesn't that kind of mean? BTS might have driven that world music and maybe they were the major contributor.
I think it's a once telltale sign is that a lot of companies are now signing deals with American record labels, not for making the music but for distribution rights.
Yeah.
To me, that signals that the industry K-pop as a whole wants their albums to be present at Best Buy or anywhere else you can buy a CD at your local mall.
Accessible.
Because
Hot topic.
Because back in the day, this is the old K-pop head speak. This 2008 K-pop head speak. It was hella hard to get albums, and you had to pay a premium to get them. In Korea, albums sell for $13-14 US there. And to get them in the US back then, it was you're paying $35-40.
Yep.
Did you actually buy any of those?
Yes, dude, we had to.
Which ones? Why would you buy them when they're $35?
My first ever album was Girls' Generation G. I also bought
Classic.
TVXQ's Neurotic album.
Classic.
I also bought some of the early Big Bang albums as well, if I remember correctly.
Yo, I bought the Girls' Generation O album for $9.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Yo,
You don't know the struggle, fam. But
I don't know the struggle.
I
just bought it at the bookstore in front of my house.
Imagine the day now you can go to a bookstore or your mall and they have all these K-pop albums. That'd be so much nicer. And it would be even better if they could come with the posters too, because back then you paid all that money and you might not have even got a poster. But we'll have to see what happens. I think once the Western world realize how good the packaging is behind K-pop albums, it'll kind of explode. Because K-pop albums have this sort of feeling of trading card. So I used to collect baseball cards back in the day.
Photo cards. And
opening up your albums and you trying to figure out who you got is the best thing ever. For instance, I got 2 copies of Heart Is this week. And on my covers, I got Sakura and Chaewon, who are both in my top 3 favorites. So we had a great year. I mean, great week.
That makes your whole year.
I got 2 M-Wave albums coming that are signed as well. We'll see what happens with those. Last time I got...
How many?
So I'm buying 4 albums in total.
Oh, okay.
Last time I got the signed albums, I got Nako and Yujin. We're really hoping for a Chaewon Hitomi. We'll see what happens though. So the next section, Blackpink is the revolution. Let's get back to our news. So Blackpink Kill This Love enters Spotify's global top 50 chart at number 4, the highest rank for any K-pop artist. And additionally, they are going to be performing on The Late Late Show with James Corden.
Wow, dang.
James
That's
Corden.
so interesting.
That's a big show, right? So they made their American TV debut last year when they were on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and now they're going to be on The Late Late Show with James Corden. So they're hitting all the marks now, right?
Yeah.
All right, next, Twice and JYP with the Cash Flow. So Twice became the first ever girl group to complete a Japanese dome tour. And for those of you who do not know, dome tours is like the pinnacle of success in the Japanese market. Because you're not just doing these small theaters or like a small arena. You're doing like baseball stadiums. So it's a huge deal. And they also had a concert at the Tokyo Dome, which is the best place you could perform in Japan. Additionally, Twice has been dropping teaser images for their 7th mini album, Fancy You, which will be coming out next Monday.
I'm excited.
April 22nd. So,
oh boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So hyped for that.
The teaser looks great.
They also announced that they will be having a quote-unquote world tour. They're skipping Europe for some reason in 2019. They will be making stops at Seoul, Bangkok, Manila, Singapore, Los Angeles, Mexico City, Newark, Chicago, and ending their tour at Kuala Lumpur. I will try so hard to get those tickets for Newark. I am willing to dump the whole wallet to get that.
Oh, wow.
How much do you think they'll go for?
If I don't get it face value, right?
Yeah.
I think it will be about $200 US to sit nosebleed.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
That's not, 200.
I guess that's not horrible.
Yeah, it's not
It might
terrible.
even be worse, but like that's a concern.
It
It might
could
be
be.
300 for nosebleed,
Yeah.
and at that point, I'll have to think
Oh.
about it. But when else am I going to see Twice? Only Twice, and they're gonna do all their songs, right? I have a candy bong because Warren, you gave me one a couple years back, so I kind of have to.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't they make a version 2 of that?
They did. Well, I don't got that. But all right. Lastly, JYP Entertainment revealed to have given the highest raise to their employees. So their salaries from 2017 to 2018 increased by 102%. So in 2017, it averaged about $33,000 US, and in 2018, it was $67,000. So JYP employees are also benefiting from Twice's success. YG followed next with a 56% increase. SM was third with a 43%. Cube saw a slight increase at 7%. And meanwhile, I don't know what happened at FNC, but their salaries dropped 41%.
Well,
Okay, it's kind of sad.
That's like enough where I would quit the job, right? Be like,
Yeah.
there's probably a better job. So it's like, imagine you're making $100,000 and they're like, yo fam, next year you're making $59,000.
it's a little hard.
And that's
It's
the
like-
average. That means some people got it even worse than that.
It's like someone comes in, they're like, "Oh, you're making $40 an hour right now, right? Well, now it's only gonna be like what, like 20? 5?
18,
Wow.
18.
18? 18.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, I can't do math.
No.
What was that?
Wait,
What
yeah,
was
okay, it's only okay. 41% drop,
yes.
not 41%.
Okay, sorry, my bad. Hey, all right,
Yeah.
you're basically losing about half. All right, we can't do math here apparently. Like on pressure. Sorry about that.
College? We graduated.
My graduate degree does not help me with math apparently.
You're a grad student. You masters.
All right, but let's finally move on to our quick take. So, Super Junior reveals plans for a full group comeback. So, yesterday, Super Junior DNE, so that's Donghae and Eunhyuk, they released a new song and they held a press conference at their concert. And Eunhyuk and Itook announced that the group will be coming back as a whole. So that should be cool. TXT announced dates and location for their US debut showcase tour.
Hold up, what?
What?
So
That's so soon.
yeah, that was the main. Everyone's comment was like, "This is a little too much too soon." So TXT is
Yeah.
Big Hit's rookie boy group. So you could either pronounce it TXT, which is the characters, or Tomorrow by Together is the other way you can
Can
say
you say
it.
text? Is that a thing? Can you say text?
No, it's
No.
TXT.
That's sad.
Okay, so they will be making stops at New York, Chicago. Those are kind of standard. Orlando, which is a little interesting.
Ah.
Atlanta, Dallas, and Los Angeles.
Wow. Really
And-
fast.
Are you gonna do it in Disney?
This is like
Oh.
no, it's not in Disney. I looked it up. I checked if it was. It's not in Disney.
Oh, dang.
But this seems a little rushed, right? Like
Does. Yeah.
I know they have.
Been a year.
Okay, so maximum. I think their album probably has like 5 songs, right? Their debut
Yeah.
mini album, which means that they're gonna probably do those 5 songs and then have to cover a bunch of BTS songs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
It's a debut showcase, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's only like an hour and a half, like debut?
That's
showcase?
probably what it is.
Yeah.
It's probably like an hour.
It might be 2 hours with a bunch of videos, something like that.
I think it's gonna be more like fan meeting type thing.
I don't know if it's worth it yet, but if you have the opportunity to go to it and the tickets aren't too expensive, maybe this is for you. For me, I would wait a little though.
If you've seen like the showcases for like other groups, like it's mostly like they're like they just perform the songs they have for like the new album, and they spend like the rest of the time just like doing like talk shows.
They answer questions from a host and things like that.
It's just probably something like that.
And I would say with this upcoming summer season being packed with like Twice, Blackpink, NCT, BTS, K-Cons, I would probably save my money on this one. That's just my opinion. Unless you're a big Tomorrow by Together fan, then this is definitely for you. All right, so talking about NCT, so NCT 127 will be performing on Good Morning America. That is happening this Thursday, April 18th.
Wait, that's in 3 days.
It's in 3 days.
Yeah.
So, I think this is their American morning. Yeah, this is their American morning show debut. Because they did that thing with Mickey Mouse, right? Last year.
Yeah.
And I think this is ahead of the first North American leg of their concert tour called Neo City, The Origin. That's a cool name. So they will be performing live from Times Square. So this show's on from 7 to 9. I think the one thing that will happen is that New Yorkers will be pissed that they're interrupting their commute in the morning. But we'll have to see what happens. Some other news. So Mnet will be partnering up with Yoshimoto. Okay, I don't know how to say this. Kogyo to launch Produce 101 Japan.
Oh boy,
it's happening, and it's with guys.
What?
It's officially happening, and the winning boy group will debut in 2020, which speaks to me that this show will be coming this fall, I believe.
So
what?
Okay, so let me try to wrap my head around this. This is with Japanese people airing in Japan with a Japanese network.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing that they did with Tencent in China, with Produce 101 China. It's just with Produce 101 China was with girls in China, and then I think this one is going to be Produce 101 Japan with guys. So they're branching out the franchise.
I mean, Yoshimoto is kind of a scary company, but
this is
that Yoshimoto is not a person; it's a company, right? Like, that's what I.
Kogyo means like company, like entertainment company.
It's a big one too. It's like Tencent, essentially, right? Like the equivalent.
It's the big. It's like essentially has a monopoly in certain areas of Japan.
It should be interesting because Produce 101 China, it might have had its flaws, and the group itself, Rocket Girls, isn't the most successful, but the show, they threw so much money at it, and I am willing to bet that it will be the same thing. So if you're into J-pop at all, you should watch this because the production level will probably be higher than Korea because the music industry there has more money to work with, I would say.
Huge industry there, yeah. I mean, if they were girls, I would watch, but...
And judging from the success of Eyes One in Japan, I think all the eyes will be on this show as well.
Yeah.
So it actually makes sense for Mnet to do this on the long run.
Yeah, Produce 48 was quite like popular in Japan itself. So like people are gonna be like, oh, okay.
And it's with guys. And I honestly, I don't know that much about J-pop, but from what I can tell, I thought that the guy J-pop for guys, I thought was a little behind J-pop for girls. So at least maybe because weebs are generally dudes, so girl J-pop is more prevalent. That just might be like a bias, right? Is what I'm consuming in terms of content. But I'm really interested to see if they do like a J-pop flair or it's going to be very K-pop influenced.
I think it'll be very J-pop flair because I'm reading some descriptions on it. It seems like it's like targeted for Japanese market only.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch this though. It should be pretty high.
Me too. I need to.
All the applicants, they're like just normal ass people.
That's gonna be amazing.
They're individual.
Man. They're individuals, all of them.
Yeah, because I guess that they want to hold on to the rights of the team after.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to see this then.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
I have always said that the most entertaining season of Produce, well, obviously I like 48 because I like Eyes 1, but the Produce 101 China is one of my favorite seasons. It was bananas the entire time.
Is it gonna be a double Produce this summer?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because like in Produce 101 China, they made like the trainees verse each other 1 versus 1. They had like, if your team lost, but they had another thing. There was like an elimination, but at one point they let the leaders of the teams save one of their kids who was eliminated. Like there was so much drama.
Dang.
Like they would call each other out and be like, "Let's battle," and then they would do like a dance, singing, and rap 3-round battle.
It's like kind of scary.
But my favorite part of the whole season was in episode 1 when they announced the judges. All the judges had to perform. That was pretty cool.
Oh.
Oh wow.
So it's like for someone like me who didn't know who a lot of the judges were, it was allowing me to know who they are, and it let them flex a little to be like, yeah, this is why I'm a judge. Which is they should do that in Produce 101 in China, in Korea though, because it would be cool, I think, in general. Lastly, so this is a bit of a follow-up from the Seungri chat room dumpster fire. So Jun Junyoung, Seungri, and I think FT Island's Jonghyun have all been banned from KBS. The station.
Jonghoon.
Oh, Jonghoon, yeah.
Bye bye.
They said it's not permanent, but it's probably gonna be permanent. Let's be sure.
I don't want to see your faces. Get out.
So that was all the news. Upcoming releases. There's been a trend over the last 3 weeks where all the smaller groups/companies are avoiding the big releases.
Well,
I mean,
wouldn't
you?
I would too.
So 2 weeks ago we had Blackpink, which was like the only song. This past week it was just BTS and the Super Junior DNA song, but we didn't cover it, unfortunately. And then this coming week it's only Twice on Monday, April 22nd.
If you guys have been watching the teasers, I have.
Yes.
And it kind of looks like people have been suggesting that there's going to be a concept change.
Oh my.
Yeah.
People have been suggesting that it's going to be a lot similar to ITZY.
Yes.
And I just want to put this out there. They've kind of tricked us twice already. Remember what was the Japanese song?
Bulldozer. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We thought that would be a badass song. Boom! More cutesy girls. Yes or yes. Would be a badass song.
There are things pointing at it because the teaser images and stuff have been more girl crush themed, I would say. ITZY's success is very telling. And additionally, there was that JYP intern show. And one of the questions they kept asking the interns was, what are you going to do with Twice? And all the questions were kind of leading to concept change.
I'm just saying, if there's nothing, just don't be surprised.
So if it's straight bubblegum again, I'll be very happy because I think all Twice's stuff is great. But I'll be like 2% disappointed in my heart. But yeah, I think that's been all for this week. We didn't have any fan questions, which was good because we needed some time to get back in the rhythm after skipping a week. I struggled a little this week, I would say. It's a little tough, but we promise we will try our best to release weekly. But this has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. I'm Doug, and I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me today. Please like, subscribe, download us, leave us feedback and questions at SojuTalkPodcast@gmail.com, YouTube, Reddit, wherever you are finding us. We will be back next week to cover Twice and hopefully their concept change.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
But we will see you all then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.